We are here at Hyderabad Public School that's celebrating 100 years of its formation, and I have with me the people who can talk about what they're going to be doing on this very special occasion. Gusti Noria, who's the president of the Hyderabad Public School Society. I have Dr. Skand Bali, principal of the school, and Amrita Chandra, who's the vice principal of the school. First, you, sir. Everyone in Hyderabad knows HPS. I mean, that's a landmark that no one will miss. But tell us more about the history so that our audiences can understand why we think this is such a big event.
Well, HPS is 100 years old. We are in the midst of celebrations. A testimony to our legacy and history is the fact that the Honorable President of India is coming to bless us tomorrow, along with other dignitaries, the Chief Minister and the Honorable Governor. So, we are 100, established in 1923, first as Jagidas College, later turned into HPS in 1951, and our first president of the society was Honorable Vice President, the then Vice President, Sri Radhakrishnan, and we've moved from strength to strength until today, and going forward, we have a lot of plans to make sure that the impact is even more for the next 100 years, and a lot of plans in place.
Tell us more about the building itself. I know that, any prominent politician you ask, they'll say, I'm into HPS, and there are CEOs, there are people in all fields who have shined from your school. School itself is inspired by the Eton College, I understand.
Yes, it was set up in the year 1923 on the lines of Eton College. And the initial idea was to have an all-boys boarding. But when the school started delivering quality education in this part of the country, then the need fell that it should be a day-come boarding school, and then eventually girls were also taken in. And that's how the school has evolved over 100 years.
Okay. 100 years is huge amount of history, but everyone who comes here wants their children also to come here, grandchildren also to come there. What is so special about the school that people want to do that?
Teaching children is one thing. You have students. These people are converted into personalities. We don't just give pupils back to the world. We give leaders, we give change makers to the world, and that's so special about the education that HPS imparts to its students.
Okay, many prominent names from here, but tell us about some of those visionary leaders who have come out of this school.
Well, to start with, Satya Nadella of Microsoft, Ajaypal Banga of the World Bank, Shantanu Narayan of Adobe, Chief Ministers, Kiran Kumar Reddy and Jagan Mohan Reddy, a whole lot of other MPs and other politicians. Prem Watsa, who's hopefully going to be here with us, amongst us very soon.
Actually, the names are quite endless, I think. What do you do with these students that these kind of leaders are emerging, and you're not talking about one field but multiple fields?
So what happens is, what HPS has always lived by is the philosophy of an overall development of the children. So we focus on academic learning, not just in the classroom, but also intellectual and emotional and physical learning outside the classroom. That has played a very critical role in what children have been doing over the years. And now we have taken a step forward. We have brought in certain programs now which will even strengthen our alumni base and the students who are walking out of the portals of the school for the next 100 years. One is the Leader program, which was launched by Lord Kiran Kumar Reddy on our investiture program. The idea of that program is that every child of HPS goes through 50 modules over 12 years, 4 in a year, on various leadership qualities, which are as big as conflict management, boardroom discussions, kind of issues which are taken up. So these are the steps which HPS has been doing, and now we are strengthening on it to even make it better.
Something's very special about your school is the diversity. You're not talking only about this elite school where the rich and famous are emerging and coming from rich and famous homes.
Yes, I think that's a watchword as far as our school is concerned. We've been an inclusive school when nobody was really talking about inclusivity. This is a term that is caught on now, but much before this, much before people and even governments began talking inclusivity, HPS has advocated inclusivity in the right sense of the word, that there is no gender bias, there is inclusivity from all categories in society, and they all shine and they all give back equally to the school. And that's something that accomplishment is something we all cherish, because our classrooms are a mini India. That's why they go back, when they go back into society, they're so successful because they've seen it all in a classroom. And that diversity helps them with their outlook and their attitude when they go out into the world, ready for a very, very competitive, diverse world.
So it's not just the classroom you're talking about. Now you have big plans for the future. You're talking about raising 100 crores through your alumni themselves. What are your plans now? Whenever parents are talking about HPS, they say these are complete individuals who come out. We are not just academically focused.
So, to answer your question, we are initiating a thing called the, educational philanthropy, where mainly alumni driven again. We are planning to raise 100 crores for various other infrastructural projects that we have lined up, namely the new IGCSE block across the stream, the sporting complex, the innovation center, the AI labs, and our performing arts center, much bigger than what we already have. So these are some of the projects on the anvil, which is going to fruition very soon. And for this, we need 100 crores, and we are getting a lot of traction for these projects. We have already obtained alumni involvement and engagement financially in the swimming pool for 4 crores, for the innovation center 10 crores, and for the AI labs 2.5 crores. So the ball is moving, and once we establish that these things are a reality in the near future, more people, more alumni will come forward to give back to their alma mater.
You're talking about alumni which comes back to schools. That's a very emotional connect for any student, for that matter. When they come back here, do you also very often have interactions with your students, people who have, you mentioned so many of those names, and they come back, and what do they tell those students?
Yes, so we have regular sessions conducted by our alumni who come and interact with the students, answer their questions, because students get an opportunity to first-hand understand from them what HPS means to them and how they handle the challenges of life over time. They are also contributing now, coming forward in the future internship programs for our children, providing them opportunities in and around Hyderabad as well as in other parts of India. That's another area they are doing. We are also exploring the possibility of them getting involved as mentors for our students who are looking at pursuing various professional trainings or degrees in times to come. And we are very happy that they come and interact with us. And annually, which we have been doing over many years, is that every year when our alumni reunion happens end of the year, our class 11 gets involved very aggressively in organizing the entire program with them. So there's an inbuilt connect between the current students and the alumni.
Okay. Tell us about the building itself. I know whoever comes here, looks at this and says, what is this? What is this monument? I mean, before they find out that this is in fact a school.
See, the building is beautiful. The architecture is absolutely mind-blowing. That's one part of it. What is so beautiful about Shaheen is every dome has a story, every spire a secret, every corridor a memory etched for a lifetime. Everybody is part of Shaheen. The names that Sir has mentioned just now, they've probably addressed assemblies standing here. So Shantanu was a debates captain. So when they come back, this is what they talk to the children. When Mr. Nadella came back to release his book, Refresh, this is what he spoke to them, that the school does not believe in creating walking encyclopedias, but entities who think differently and who solve problems very creatively, and that's why they're able to lead the kind of organizations they lead in the world.
Okay. Thank you so much. Last word to you about how are you pitching this to be as a model school for the country itself? I mean, this is a time of great turmoil for students, online education. They are kind of, from all sides, should I say, battered by the kind of things that they are being exposed to. What does a physical institution like an HPS do, and what do you think schools like these need to show the way forward? How?
It's not only academics, it's the secret enzyme that we instill in our students to stimulate their leadership qualities in many ways. Leadership exercises start right from the primary section, and they are taught to be leaders. We equip them with skill sets so that they can use them when they pass out of the school in the various leadership roles that they would probably don in the future. So it's the encouragement that we give at the incipient level that to be a leader, you need to be good in all aspects, not only academics. And that's the thing we keep hammering down.
Okay, thank you so much and best wishes for the celebration as well. So leadership, the key word in this school, that is in fact showing leadership in how education needs to be modeled for the future generations as well. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagraju, Sudhir, NDTV.